Hi everyone, welcome back to Live Darts with me, Phill Barrs, and it's preview time as the World Series heads down under for the Oceanic legs of the World Series, and we have event number 3 to preview for you right now. So far in the World Series, 2 events, 2 different winners, as Nathan Aspinall won in Vegas and Peter Wright in Germany. So who's going to win the first one in Brisbane down under? Who do you think? Let us know in the comments. So many questions to be answered. We've had plenty of darts since the last World Series event, so really looking forward to this. Michael van Gerwen lost at the match play to Glenn Durrant. Gary Anderson went out in round number 2. So many questions. How will Daryl Gurney bounce back from just 30 minutes of madness on the stage when he had a final place in his grasp? James Wade, Raymond van Barneveld back in the World Series events down under as well as the local qualifiers. Damon Heta playing some great stuff down under. Corey Cadby, Simon Whitlock, Kyle Anderson, so many questions. So let's go straight in. Top 4 seeds for the event. Peter Wright seeded number 1, Rob Cross seeded 2, Daryl Gurney 3, James Wade 4. Yes, Michael van Gerwen and Gary Anderson are not seeded for this World Series event in the top 4, mainly due to the fact they haven't performed in the opening 2 events. The World Series ranking table is done on the events prior, so they're not seeded. So that was a bit of a shock. MVG normally seeded 1 everywhere he goes, but not this time. So the outright market as well, MVG still the bookies' favourite at 6-4. Then from there, Peter Wright 5-1. The form he's been in, good bet, let us know. The match play winner, Rob Cross, best price of 6-1 on him. Gary Anderson, if you fancy him getting back to somewhere near his best, an 8-1 shot. And then James Wade, Daryl Gurney, both 12-1 of the outsiders of the top pros. What do you think in the comments below? Anyone that you really like, or are you going to look deeper than that in the betting? From there, we're going to look at the ones to watch in this tournament. Of course, Michael van Gerwen is a one to watch, mainly because there's so many questions around his form right now. Is he going to bounce back here in Brisbane? For me, he needs to win one of these 3 events to get that fear factor back and just get back in the winning circle and remember how to win. So it's a big few weeks for Michael van Gerwen down under. From there, Rob Cross, the match play winner. Unbelievable achievement for Rob in Blackpool to add that to the World Championship win. Now, can he back this up? He won this title last year and is looking to defend that glory. Can he do it? Over to you guys to let us know what you think. Peter Wright, man of the moment, just came up short in the match play, lost with 105 average, but Daryl Gurney played exceptional that day. So Wright's form, he has to be one to watch. Then from there, Daryl Gurney. He's in our one to watch because we need to see how he bounces back from that match play setback. Arguably, in his head, the match play was there for the taking, and as he said in an interview, his head went for 30 minutes and it cost him a shot of glory. We all know Daryl is an absolute fantastic player, but it's going to be interesting to see how he's recovered and is that out of his system. And then we're going to look at some of the local ones. Of course, Corey Cadby is one to watch. Back on the big screen, back on the TV, where he says he performs his best darts. So looking forward to seeing the King return to Brisbane here. Kyle Anderson, we've seen glimpses of his best form on the Pro Tour of late. He's won a World Series event, so can he win another one, or too much for him? And the last one, Damon Heta, the local qualifier, absolutely smashing it up back in Australia on the tour, so he will be a danger and one to look out for. So what do you all think? Have I missed anyone off the one to watch list? Let us know in the comments below. Of course, the draw is all important in these events. I'm going to run you through the top and bottom half of the draw, just the key ones to pick out. In the top half, Peter Wright, James Wade and Gary Anderson are the 3 what you call big names in the top half of the draw. Who will come through that and make it to the final? Let us know in the comments below. Bottom half of the draw, Michael van Gerwen, Daryl Gurney and Rob Cross, the big hitters in the bottom half of the draw. It's all set up amazingly well for us darts fans with the way the draw has gone. So comments below who gets to the final from the top and the bottom half of the draw. Now from there, ties of the first round. We've picked 3 key ties out for you that we think are the ones to watch. First up, Gary Anderson takes on Corey Cadby, the tie of the round by an absolute mile. Both of them short on time on the board recently. We all know Gary feeding his way back in, just feeling it. seen moments of brilliance and moments of mediocrity from Gary. How much has he practiced in the run up to this? At a guess, I'd say not very much, but that's just Gary. He just comes and produces his best stuff when he doesn't really practice. So that's that. Corey missed the last 2 sets of Pro Tour events, went home early to spend time with the family. Has he spent time on the board back home, or is those 4 Pro Tours that he's missed going to cost him match sharpness? If they're both playing well, it could be a great game. If they're both slightly off, it could be another great game, but for different reasons. I think Gary edges this one. I just think his experience will get him through, but it's a real tough, tight first round game as Gary Anderson takes on Corey Cadby. From there, the next one is Peter Wright against Kyle Anderson. Again, as we said earlier, Peter Wright, the man of the moment right now. The man throwing the best darts consistently over the last few months. Against Kyle, who, like we said, is returning to somewhere near his best. He's changed his setup a little bit, we noticed on the Pro Tour, but we're seeing those big ton plus averages again from the original. Really intriguing game, this one, over a shorter format. You'd fancy Peter Wright, but Kyle cannot be overlooked. I think Wright just has enough to get past him, but it should be a real classy affair, this one, in the first round. Then the last game to watch, of course, is James Wade against Damon Howe. James Wade, the machine, we all know what Wade is about. World Series champion, of course, coming in against the man that's ripping up the Australian scene right now. Intriguing game. Can Heta raise his game and do what he's been doing consistently on the tour, or will the machine be machine-like and just carve through him? I think James's finishing is the key to this, and I think that's what gets the machine through, but he cannot underestimate him or look past him, otherwise he will fall short. So there are 3 to watch. In the comments below, everyone, please put your predictions for every first round game. Let us know if you think, are there going to be any shocks? Are any of the local ones going to get through? It's a huge 3 weeks for Raymond van Barneveld. Didn't perform in Cologne last time out in the World Series. Didn't go to the match play. He got accused on social media of not looking bothered in the last World Series event. That has to change here. So it's a big, big 3 weeks for Raymond van Barneveld if he's to have this fairy tale year and win something in his last year as a professional. Of course, Gary Anderson, Michael van Gerwen, we've already spoken about, huge for them. Simon Whitlock as well, lacking form, lacking confidence right now. So again, big times for Simon Whitlock. Remember, please follow us at Live Darts, all social media platforms, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. And of course, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, hit the bell to turn notifications on and never miss anything we post here at Live Darts across the whole of the World Series for the next 3 weeks. Hope you enjoyed the video, everyone, and we'll see you all soon.